Welcome back to the Worst Possible Commander Show. I'm Ben, here with CGB.
Hi.
And Blake.
Hiya.
And Shea.
Hello.
And today we're playing Lord of the Rings. Whoa. But we've done something a little different. Maybe you won't like it. Maybe you'll love it. Who knows? We'll find out, right? So we're rule zeroing in partners that aren't partners from the Lord of the Rings set.
Because they make sense.
Because they make sense.
Yes.
Especially mine. Especially.
His was the reason we did this episode.
The origins of the episode is that Ben wanted these partners, so it was like, if he gets to do it, other people have to get to do it too.
You know, why not? So anyway, my partner, not partners, are Gimli counter of kills and Legolas counter of kills. Makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, Gimli is a 4/3 trampler. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, he does 1 damage to that creature's controller. And then Legolas is a 2/3 reach. Whenever you scry, if Legolas counter of kills is tapped, I may untap it. I can only do this once a turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Legolas. So that's pretty cool. And my worst possible is with Viridian Longbow and Basilisk Collar. So Viridian Longbow makes them deal 1 damage to any target. And then with, of course, Basilisk Collar, that creature dies. And I gain 1 life. Yeah. But anyway, so my goal is to have removal on a creature. You know, Blake does removal, CGB does removal, Shea occasionally does removal. Or more creature, you know. Yeah. Anyway. So I'm gonna try to keep up with them. We'll see if that happens. So that's my worst possible. It's kind of weird, but it's what I'm doing. CGB, what are your partner, not partners?
My partner, not partners, are Sauron the Necromancer and the Mouth of Sauron. I am the Mouth of Sauron.
You kind of look like him,
Dude,
too.
Yeah, right? I got his dental plan. I honestly, from the cartoon Return of the King, I watched so much as a kid, along with my sister. Shout out to Kim out there. We watched that so much, and our favorite character was the Mouth of Sauron. He's just he just comes out, I am the Mouth of Sauron, and then Aragorn just tells him off, and he leaves, and he's just like, all he does is like make this sound. He goes, and he leaves.
Oh,
and
great.
I don't know why he's my favorite, but he is. So for this one, I got to make partners. I knew the Mouth of Sauron wasn't going to be a great commander, probably an underpowered deck, especially compared to cards like Lord of the Nazgul and cool stuff like that. So I was like, I got to get him into this partner pair. So I got Sauron and his mouth. And this commander combination is all about filling the graveyard, which the Mouth of Sauron does, and then Sauron the Necromancer can reanimate from the graveyard. My worst possible is mass reanimation. If I get a lot of stuff into the graveyard and cast Rise of the Dark Realms or Living Death, I'm going to bring out some absolute monsters to torment all of you with. And if I don't, and you just destroy me, I'll just sit here and go, and that's me.
Blake, who are your partners, not partners?
All right, I'm playing Boromir, Warden of the Tower, and Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. So I'm playing 2 brothers.
Brother!
It's 2 brothers.
Brother.
It's just 2 brothers. So I'm playing Soldiers, actually. Soldiers was the first ever Magic deck I built on purpose many, many, many years ago. And so I wanted to bring it back. So I'm playing a very token-focused Soldier deck with cards like Mondrak, Anointed Procession, a Chroma's Will to finish CGB off, maybe the other 2, mostly CGB. And it's going to be great. And no, there's not an Esper Sentinel in here, before you ask. I wouldn't stoop that low.
You don't seem like a Soldier player from what we know of you.
Nope. But we're going to try.
Okay, all right. You just said it like it was his first deck. It surprised me. I mean, we all start somewhere.
Nice. Shea, who are your partners, not partners?
Yeah, my partners, not partners, are Gandalf, White Rider, and Shadowfax, Lord of Horses. So Gandalf and his trusty steed. So Gandalf is a 3/3 with Vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Scry 1. And then also, when Gandalf, White Rider, dies, you may put it into its owner's library 5th from the top. Probably won't do that. But then for Shadowfax, he's a 4/4, and he says horses you control have haste. Whenever Shadowfax attacks, you may put a creature card with lesser power from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. So I know the worst possible looks a little complicated over here, but let me break it down for you. Got lots of instants and sorceries and spells and things to make Shadowfax bigger using Gandalf's ability to give it that +1/+0 many, many times over. Also, these instants and sorceries may give it like protection and indestructible and that sort of thing. And so the idea is to make Shadowfax as big as possible, so then I can bring out these super chunky, awesome creatures for combat.
Nice.
Some of those could be Ancient Copper Draken, Iroras, God of Victory, Gazela, Blade of Gold Knight, and Blade Historian, which also says attacking creatures you control have double strike. Pretty cool. And then the last mention for the worst possible here is Maskwood Nexus. Creatures you control are every creature type, horses. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So that would basically give all of my creatures haste.
Because they're all horses.
Because they would all be horses, yes.
Nice.
I'm thinking. So Iroas comes out, ready to battle.
Yes.
Don't have the devotion, takes a nap. It's like I'm done. I'm tapped and attacking, but I'm tired
I'm
now.
more about how the ancient copper dragon rides a horse.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna shuffle up. See who goes first. See you in a bit. And we're back to start the game. Shea won the die roll. Go ahead, Shea.
Actually,
What?
Gemstone Caverns.
Whoa!
What?
Exiling an island.
Whoa.
Go ahead, Shay.
Hey, Blake,
What's up?
if I wanted to find my own gemstone caverns,
Good question.
Where could I go to buy one?
So if you go to coolstuffinc.com, there's a promo code you could use that I believe Ben knows by heart. You can tell us right now.
Yeah. It's the opposite of best, which is worst. WORST at checkout, guys.
Cool, thanks guys.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
All right, I'm gonna draw for turn. Play Arid Mesa. Gonna crack it. All right, so I grabbed a plateau with the Arid Mesa, and I'm gonna tap it for white.
Don't do it. No.
Sarah Ascendant.
Oh, not even what I expected.
Yeah,
What?
no. Okay.
That's
So
not bad.
6/6 flying lifelink? On turn one?
Yep,
Yeah,
flying
this is
lifelink.
fine.
We're super chill over here.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's your turn, Ben.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. I'm playing Exotic Orchard. I tap that Exotic Orchard for a soul ring. Then I'll pass.
Okay, all rock stars here. Let's play a Blackgate tapped. Go ahead.
Oh. Draw for turn. I will play a plains, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. Plains. Paying 2 for a Boros Signet. Yeah, I'm gonna move to combat with my 6/6 lifelink flyer. Blake! 6 in your direction.
You know what? I'm not gonna block.
I'll gain
But
6.
these two brothers are coming for you.
I'll be ready. Your turn, Ben.
Okay. Untap, draw for turn. Play a Ketria Triumph tapped. Tap 3 for a Fabricate. Search your library for an artifact card. Alright, I got the Viridian Longbow.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Goes in my hand. And then I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Otawara Soaring City. Baleful Strix. Flying Death Touch. I'll draw a card. Go ahead, Blake.
Alrighty. Play a Sea of Clouds. I'm gonna spend 3 on an old classic, Mentor of the Meek. I'm gonna pass the turn to Shay.
Untap. Draw. Command Tower. I'm gonna pay 4 to cast Gandalf.
Ba-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-da.
He's here. Okay, then I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna send the 6/6 to Ben.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll pass to you, Ben.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw for turn. Play a Castle Vantress untapped because I control an island. Tap 1 for a Hardened Scales.
Oh my.
Then I'll tap 4 for Legolas. Then I'll pass my turn.
Alrighty then. Let's untap and draw. I will play Urborg, also now known as the Dead Marshes. Everybody gets swamps. 3 mana, Bitterhorn, Nissa's Animist. It's a living weapon, so I get a germ token. All right, the way that Bitterhorn works is it's a lot like Sword of the Animist. So whenever I attack with the equipped creature, I get to search my library for a basic land and put it on the battlefield tapped. And with that, I'm done.
All right, I will untap, draw for turn. I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to spend 3 mana for Sky Strike Officer. This is going to trigger Mentor of the Meek, and I'll draw a card. I think I'm going to pass.
Untap, draw, paying 2. I'll cast Lorien Brooch. Equipped creature has non-basic land one.
So what's its real name?
Oh yeah, sorry, Trailblazer's Boots.
Yes, okay. Yes. Okay.
Oh, and I did cast a spell. So that's going to be a Gandalf trigger, and I'm going to put it on my Sarah Ascendant. So it gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Can you read that whole thing for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's whenever you cast a spell, creatures, plural, you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn, and I get to scry one.
Whenever you cast a spell.
Yeah.
A spell?
A
It's
spell.
a spell, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and scry it up.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pay 2 to put the Trailblazer's Boots onto my Sarah Ascendant. Then I'll move to combat. I'm going to send the Ascendant to CGB and Gandalf to Ben.
I think she wants to be arch enemy, guys.
Successfully, too.
So I'm taking 7 from the Ascendant.
Correct.
I'll take 4 from Gandalf, and
Should
that
get-
is commander damage.
It should get another +5/+5 when you get to 16 life.
And then I will gain 7 from the Ascendant. Lifelink. Then I will move to my end step, pass to Ben.
I'll untap, draw for turn. I'm going to tap 5 for a Brash Taunter. It's indestructible 1/1. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. And for 3 in a tap, he fights another target creature.
Oh my. Oh my.
I will pass.
All right. I'll untap. I'll draw for turn. Blake,
What's up, dude?
I attack you with the germ.
What?
Yep, and when it attacks, I may search my library for a basic land, put it down, tapped, and shuffle.
No blocks.
I'll play Takanuma Abandoned Mire, tapping 2 for Arcane Signet. Then I'm done.
All right, I'm going to untap. I'm going to tap 3 for Prava of the Steel Legion. This is a cute little cat. It's a 1/4. As long as it's your turn, creature tokens you control get +1/+4. And I can pay 3 and a white to make a 1/1 soldier. This will trigger Mentor of the Meek, and I will draw a card. Then I'm going to move to combat. All right, CGB.
Yo.
Think about a little give and take, friend.
I'm not into that.
No, you don't mind?
I'm telling you, I will snap block. I'm just letting you know.
Shea, remember, I took his damage, he didn't take mine.
It's Blake,
so I'm forced.
it's not about you. It's about this card
Oh,
on
I know.
Arena and Standard.
Understandable. But just remember why I'm forced
Every
to attack.
Arena
Oh,
player
okay.
agrees with me on this. I know they do.
I will attack Shea with a 2/3 flyer, which will trigger and make a 1/1 artifact soldier. This will trigger Mentor of the Meek again, and I will draw a card.
All right, that's flying. I have no blocks. I will take 2.
Just remember whose fault this is.
I love how reluctant you are to attack the one with 58 life.
Yeah, she's also got a thickie in the air, dude.
She does.
I'm going to pass the turn on that.
Okay. Untap. Then I'm going to tap 5 for Shadowfax.
All right, +1/+0 from Gandalf.
Yes. So then, yeah, everything gets a +1/+0, and I will scry 1. We'll keep that.
That will not be a +1/+0 to Shadowfax, because Shadowfax is not on the battlefield when that trigger resolves.
Yep, okay. But Shadowfax does have haste, of course. All right, then I'm going to move to combat. Ben, I'm going to
Are
send...
you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm sure. Now I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna send the Ascendant and Gandalf to Ben. And then I'm gonna send Shadowfax to Blake. And on attack, I have a Shadowfax trigger, so I can put a creature card with lesser power from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. And so for that, I'm going to choose Feather the Redeemed. It is a 3/4 flyer.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Nice.
So those are my attacks.
And who would you like to be attacking with, Feather? Myself?
That'll go to you, Blake. Yep.
Alrighty then.
I have a response before blocks.
Nice.
I'm going to rapidly hybridize your Sarah Ascendant.
Ooh.
That checks out.
It had to happen.
It had to happen.
Couldn't live forever.
I knew it was going to happen at some point. Fair enough, Ben.
And with that dying, I will put 1/1 counters on Legolas because of Hardened Scales.
And Ben also still has a Gandalf riding in his direction.
Yep.
And it's a 4/3.
It's a 4/3.
I'll block with the Brash Taunter.
I will block Shadowfax with my 1/1 soldier.
Wah, wah,
Didn't want to have
wah.
to do this.
Okay, so Gandalf is safe, and so you'll be taking 3.
Yep.
And my Brash Taunter did take damage, 4 damage.
Yep.
I'll go to your face, Shea.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Also, the soldier token dies because it was under a boss named
Oh,
Shadowfax, which is, I believe, another trigger for Legolas.
Yep.
Because it's only the untap part that only triggers once a turn. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, well, that ends my reign of terror. Over to you, Ben.
All right, I'll untap. Tap my Witch's Clinic for, oh, look at that, a Viridian Longbow. And, just casually play a Colonian Hydra. It's going to enter
Go on.
with 5 counters on it because of Hardened Scales. And then when it attacks, it doubles all counters on each creature I control. I'll pass.
Peaceful Ben.
All right, Ben. On the end step, I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to cast Sauron's Ransom. I choose an opponent. They look at the top 4 cards of my library, separate them into 2 piles. One is face down, one is face up. I put one pile into my hand, and the other goes into my graveyard, and the ring tempts me.
Okay.
I choose you, Ben.
Wow. It's not a fact or fiction, so.
No.
So here you go.
Four
You
cards.
you make a face-up pile and a face-down pile. Each one has 2 cards.
Oh, they have to have 2 cards?
Well, you separate them into a face-up pile and a face-down pile. Put one pile in the hand, the other in the graveyard. No, you could make a 4-0.
Put the 4 up, but put it face down so he doesn't know what he's
A
getting.
4-0 is a choice you can make.
Okay.
Yeah, what are my choices here?
We got 2 lands and a burnished art, and this one's face
And
down.
a face down.
That's the
I mean, I'm taking the 3.
Okay.
Like, no problem. And the face down is the fairy mastermind. All right, the ring will tempt me.
oh.
This is going to be a legendary ring-bearing germ token,
Nice.
and it can't be blocked by creatures with greater power.
Well,
Anything else, Ben?
Oh. No, that was your card.
Yeah, it was on your end step.
Oh, gotcha. No, I'm done.
Okay. Untaps. Combat. 1/1 germ can't be blocked by creatures of greater power. Attack Shea. Trigger Bitterhorn.
okay.
I will get this island because all my islands are also swamps.
I do believe I can't block it,
Boink.
so I'll take 1.
You take 1. I'll tap 2 and 3. And I'll play a Burnished Heart. More rampy. And I'll tap another 2. And I'll play this Sweet Demir Signet. More rampy. But I'm just chilling. Go ahead, Blake.
Alrighty. We're gonna untap. Draw for turn. Alright, I'm gonna shotgun a Hallowed Fountain. Alright, I'm gonna spend 3 mana. I'm gonna cast Bastion Protector. It's a 3/3 soldier. Commander creatures I control have +2/+2 and indestructible.
All the commanders you have out get that ability.
Oh wow, I got 2 of them.
Whoa.
Nice. That's pretty good. And then I'm gonna play my commander, Boromir. Warden of the Tower. 3/3 vigilance. Whenever opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Sacrifice Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Creatures I control gain indestructible until end of turn and the ring tempts me. On that note, I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to send a 2 flying at Shea, which will trigger and make me a 1/1 soldier token. Trigger Man of the Week, but I can't pay.
No blocks.
Cool beans. On that, I will pass to you.
Okay. Untap. Okay, I'm gonna start by paying 2 to put the boots onto Shadowfax to give it non-basic landwalk.
Horse and boots.
Horse and boots. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna send Shadowfax to Ben and Feather the Redeemed to Blake. Then on attack, I've got a Shadowfax trigger. And so I'm going to bring in a Stoneforge Mystic.
Ooh, nice.
So when it enters, I can search my library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into my hand, and then shuffle my library. So that will enter tapped and attacking. Should I resolve that first?
Yep.
Okay.
Away you go.
Okay, and the Stoneforge Mystic will be attacking Blake if you don't block it. This is good for us, because then Ben doesn't get any counters on his Legolas.
That's the only benefit you're giving me for the damage I'm taking?
Okay, then
It was good enough for the germ.
1.
it's 1. It's only 1.
But what did you get with that Stoneforge? That might matter. That might
good
sway
question.
his opinion.
I got a Swiftfoot Boots. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
You know what? That does sway my opinion. No blocks.
Okay.
But you can't attack me with Shadowfax next turn. It wasn't enough to sway me.
What is this deal?
You can't attack me with Shadowfax next turn. That's it, though.
Okay, that was a backup plan in my mind, so yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is coming at you as well in the air, Blake, the 3/4.
Fair enough.
All right, Ben, Shadowfax
Yes.
is unblockable.
It's unblockable.
I'll take 4.
Cool. All right, then in the post-combat main, I'll pay 2 for the Swiftfoot Boots. That is going to be a Gandalf trigger.
Yep.
So everything gets +1/+0 till end of turn, and I'll scry 1. Keep that right there. And then I will equip Swiftfoot Boots onto, I think, Shadowfax. I think Shadowfax is the problem here, so...
Well, she has 2 hooves, not shod.
She's got the Trailblazer boots on the front and the Swiftfoot boots on the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, enough for every
She's
foot.
zooming.
Okay, then I will pass to you, Ben.
All right. I'll untap. I think it's time to get Gimli out.
Never thought I'd play Magic side by side with an elf. What about side by side with a friend?
What about side by side with a brother?
Oh, brother! I love it, brother!
I'll go to combat. I will swing a Legolas and the Colonian Hydra at Shea. On attacks, they'll get double counters +1 from Hardened Scales. So the Colonial Hydra will go up to 11 counters.
Cool.
And Legolas will go up to 9 counters.
Super cool.
So Shea, that'll be 22. 11 of that is trample. And the other 11 is command.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm going to put my... What was this, a frog?
Frog lizard.
Frog lizard?
You didn't even learn its
That's
creature.
so
Yeah,
rude.
wow.
It's a coil right now. Okay, so the frog lizard is going to go in front of Legolas, and then no blocks on the Hydra.
Right, you'll take.
11. Unless.
Or is it?
I will give Legolas lifelink till end of turn.
Seems pretty good.
And I will gain 11.
Frog lizard? Very dead.
Right, Frog lizard's down. Legolas gets 2 more counters because of Hardened Scales and it dying.
And Gimli?
And Gimli will
That
do
counts as
1
one.
damage to the creature's controller. Shea. I'm sorry. Just 1 though. CGB, your turn, sir.
Well, I'm also going to take 1 because I'm sacrificing my Burnished Heart to search for 2 lands.
And Legolas will go up to 13.
Untaps, draws. Play this sweet swamp. My land for turn. We got so many lands. but not enough. Shea. Do you have a 1-power creature yet? No?
Nope.
All right. Ring Bearer attacks you. The Germ. Bitterhorn. I fetch a land. It goes on the battlefield tapped. 1 damage.
Yep, no blocks.
All right, let's prepare for Sauron's arrival, shall we? I am the mouth of Sauron. So when this enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards. Me, and I amass Oryx X, where X is the number of instant or sorcery players in my graveyard. Players?
Nah, that's what you said. Let's count them.
Instant or sorcery cards in my graveyard. Teferi. Ledger Shredder. Mole Drifter.
Rough.
Groovy. All right. There is, however, a Sauron's Ransom down there. So I will amass Orcs. All right, I'm going to amass 1 Orcs, but still a zombie army, because that's what I brought with me. All right, let's do it. Sauron the Necromancer to the battlefield. He's here to scold his mouth for such a pitiful amass. And that is a 4/4 menace, and whenever it attacks, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it, except it's a 3/3 black wraith with menace. At the beginning of your next end step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. All right, Blake, it's your turn.
Alrighty, at the end of CGB's turn, I will draw a card by tapping 3 soldiers. Alright, let's game, shall we? I'm going to play Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. So this says at the beginning of my end step, choose an opponent. At the beginning of that player's next end step, I draw a card if they didn't attack me. Otherwise, I make 3 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. I'm going to spend 3 for Inspiring Leader. Commander creatures I own have creature tokens you control get +2/+2.
So your soldier right now gets the +2/+2 from Boromir and the +2/+2 from Faramir, because you have control 2 commanders.
And the +1/+4 from Prava.
That's correct.
So it is getting +5/+8 right now. It's a 5. It's a 6/9. Nice.
Hello?
I'm gonna move to combat. Then I will attack you for 2 in the air. This will trigger my Sky Strike Officer to make another 1/1 soldier token.
Except it's not that 1/1.
Oh yeah, it's a 6/9.
I'll take 2.
I'm going to go ahead and move to my end step, where I'm going to say CGB, brother.
So you want to be attacked by me?
It's less that I want to be, and more that I have a feeling you're going to attack me.
Huh. Interesting.
I should have chosen Ben, but I have to just choose you. So, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
All right, let's untap. Paying 3. Jessica's will.
Yep.
Targeting, believe CGB had the most cards.
That I do.
Cool, so that'll be 5 red mana.
But before that, Gandalf trigger to resolve.
Yes, so Gandalf trigger, everything gets +1/+0, and scry. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Okay, so I have made 5 red mana, and I will exile the top 3 cards of my library.
Here
I
we
can
go.
I can play them this
Here
turn.
we go.
An Expedite,
Oh my.
a Plains, and a Mountain. Well, I mean, a land isn't terrible. I'll play the Mountain. All right, I'm gonna use 3 red mana, going down to 2, to cast a Magus of the Wheel.
A Magus of the Wheel.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah,
New hands, everyone?
Okay, that is a Gandalf trigger.
that is a Gandalf trigger, so everything gets +2/+0, and I will scry again. Keeping that there. I'll use my last 2 red and a white to cast Lauren of the Third Path.
Oh my.
Nice.
So that'll be another Gandalf trigger. We'll go up to 3. Everything gets +3/+0.
We also have to, oddly, now we have to track other creatures because the Magus is on the field, but it didn't see the first triggers. So this is the first +1/+0 for the Magus.
Got it, thanks. What is Lauren gonna do? So when he enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. I feel like the +2/+2 giver for commanders.
You're afraid of
That's
the
pretty good.
inspiring
Yeah.
leader.
Which one, though? Which one?
Well, that's not targetable, so it's a
Yeah.
creature.
Oh.
Yep, so to be clear, I'm
Right.
targeting the Inspiring Leader.
Alrighty.
Inspiring leaders tend to get targeted.
That's fair. No, I guess.
Just the way it is.
Nice.
I understand it as an inspiring leader myself.
Okay. Do you give your tokens +2/+2?
Oh, I give them way more than +2.
Oh, shoot.
Whoa. So I'm gonna also spend 1 to cast the Expedite. All right, so I'm gonna target Lauren with the Expedite.
Okay, so you target Lauren with Expedite. That's a trigger for Gandalf. And it
Yes.
triggers Feather, which means that it gets exiled, then returned to your hand at the beginning of the end step.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right, so let's do Gandalf first, going up to 4, and then this will go up to 2,
And
then
Lauren goes to 1.
goes to 1.
Yep.
And then this is exiled, so I'll put it here, and that will go back to my hand on my end step.
And you draw a card, because that's what the card does.
Yes, right. Okay, so I'm gonna send Feather the Redeemed to Ben, and then I'm gonna send Shadowfax also to Ben. On attack,
Oh.
I will put out Battle of Angels Tyre.
Of tier.
Oh yeah, Battle Angels of Tyr. So it's got Flying and Myriad. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if that player has more cards in hand than each other player. Then you create a treasure token if that player controls more lands than each other player, then gain 3 life if that player has more life than each other player.
So this is interesting because the Myriad doesn't trigger because it has to be declared as an attacker to get that, and Shadowfax gets around that.
Okay.
What's interesting, though, is that you do get to choose who to attack. So, like, if you want to draw a card, you need to go after the person with the most cards, or if you want to get the land, the person with the most lands, and so on. And I still have a Baleful Strix, so it
I
might be a
know.
tough one. I've got 5 cards in hand.
I have 4 cards and
1 card.
7 lands.
I have the most land.
CGB's got the most everything, but he's got a little buddy.
Okay, so with the Battle Angels of Tyr, I'm gonna send that to Blake, even though I don't get any of the fancy benefits.
Yeah, no blocks.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take 15.
8 horse damage from Commander.
Oh.
Yes.
Up to 12 for that one.
Yes. Okay, second main, I'm gonna tap the Loran. You and target opponent each draw a card. Ben, I'm having some attacker's remorse, so
Okay.
I'll target you.
All right.
I
Thanks.
love that as a thing. That's a real thing.
That is true.
So we'll each draw. Now I'm gonna move to my end step, and I will get the Expedite back to hand. All my buffs will go away, and so will this Plains. Then I'll pass to Ben.
Exiled.
Oh, yes. Cool. Your turn, Ben.
All right. I'll untap. Tap 3 for a Wood Elves.
Yay, ramp.
Yay! Ramp. All right. You got a forest, and there's a battlefield. Untapped. Shay. Mm-hmm. I do appreciate your attacker's remorse. But I don't think I have that. So
Ben does not.
I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing Legolas and Colonian Hydra at you.
Good lord.
And so Colonian Hydra will gain 12 counters because of hardened scales.
In response to the triggered ability of the Hydra, I will cast Tear, destroy target enchantment.
So that is a trigger for your Gandalf.
Scry 1. Okay. Yep, sorry if I didn't say. I will target hardened scales.
Okay, it will be destroyed.
1 less +1/+1 counter.
Yep.
All right, ability resolves.
Yeah. Colonial Hydra will gain 11, so it'll be at 22 counters.
That's it.
That's it.
And Legolas will gain 13, so he'll be at 26 counters.
That is a 28 power commander, by the way, heading in your direction.
He's got a little more kills than Gimli.
That's 23.
Oh. There we go. Yeah, so that's 22 trample damage and 28 commander damage.
Okay, yeah. So I will block Legolas with the Stoneforge Mystic, and no blocks on that 22 Trampler.
Okay.
22 combat, 1 from Gimli because one of your creatures died. So that still counts as 1.
Is Gimli
Sweet.
catching up to Legolas?
Slowly but surely. So because the Stoneforged Mystic died, I'll get 1 more counter on Legolas.
Slow mode
Thank you.
engaged.
Did something.
Guys, he's got the Hydra and he's got the Taunter. He's got a kill button on a
It's not
stick.
good. Yeah, I know. I can deal with this problem, especially if you attack.
If you untap, right?
Don't kill me, Ben.
I will pass the CGB.
He's just gonna hold it over us, guys.
It would be easier for me to deal with Ben if you attacked me.
If I attacked you,
And I will
interesting.
not block unless... We'll talk about it when you get to combat. Let's wait.
Combat.
Okay, so... I would love to have 3 soldiers. It would help me not immediately get murdered by Ben and potentially even deal with him. However, I don't want to take too much damage.
Okay.
So whatever you like, I wouldn't block your zombie army if you attack.
Interesting.
I would not block your baleful strix if you decide to get that into the red zone.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you want me to make this easier for you guys?
I'm not sure that I do. No, not
Do
right
it,
now.
Ben.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm moving to combat. Do you want to do something before I declare my attackers? That's where we are.
Yes. Let's have this nice red Ketria Triumph and the Soul Ring.
Okay.
And tap Brash Taunter
Yeah.
to fight, let's say, Legolas.
Okay.
So he takes 29 damage.
He could.
Hasn't happened yet, though.
Hasn't happened
Okay,
yet,
it's on the
though.
stack.
You first, CGB.
I mean,
I can give you priority back if you... Because I'm going to be doing some stuff.
pass priority.
Okay. I'm going to draw a card with my Sky Strike Officer.
Yep.
That's so close. We're going to do it again.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing.
You need a lifeline?
I got nothing, unfortunately.
You're going to give me a turn? No immunity?
I'll give you a turn of immunity, and I'll call you brother.
Because right now he could kill either of you.
Yeah.
It's semi in my interest to let him do it.
But that is true. If you have a removal, there's...
But then who's going to attack him for so much damage?
Exactly. So you guys aren't going to attack me
Nope, you get it
for 1 turn.
one turn.
I'll
Yep.
spare. I make sure neither of you die here, or I do my best.
Oh, I love this position. Makes me
right.
feel so good.
All right, with priority reset from using the Sky Strike Officer's ability, I will tap for some convoking, and I will convoke a lethal scheme. So, total of 4. These 2 were spent to cast it. This says destroy target creature or planeswalker. Each creature that convoked lethal scheme connives. So, if this resolves, these 2 creatures will connive. Lethal scheme is going to target the Legolas with the fight on the stack.
I will respond.
Yes.
Fierce Guardianship.
Fierce guardianship, huh? You sweating over there?
No, because I'm dead, so...
So this swan song feels good for
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Give me my 2/2.
you. I will find you a bird.
I think we give CGB a turn and a half of immunity, rounded down.
No, I'll settle for the 1. It's okay. The sounds of your elation are worth it to me.
That was
Much gratitude.
nuts, dude.
Oh man. So Legolas bites the dust.
Legolas dies. These 2 connive, draw and discard, and if it's a non-land, +1/+1 counter. I will discard an Agent of Treachery, +1/+1 counter. I will discard a Ravenous Chupacabra, +1/+1 counter. All right, still in Blake's interest that I attack him, so the Germ token will go to Blake. Sauron the Necromancer. This is gonna go to Shea. Yep, Sauron the Necromancer will go to Shea. Now, when this attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard and create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of the creature, except it's a 3/3 Wraith with Menace. At the beginning of the next end step, exile it, unless this is the Ring Bearer. He's not the Ring Bearer. So this is going to go away. I am going to get Agent of Treachery as a 3/3 Wraith. And this will also be attacking Shea. The Agent of Treachery enters the battlefield, and I will gain control of that brash taunter.
I figured. Empty hands over his sons.
Hand it over.
I had a feeling.
We gotta get it away from him.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Also, there's an attack trigger that the germ token gets to go fetch a land. All right, so that's a 1/1 germ going to Blake, making Faramir's end step trigger a soldier trigger, and that is a Sauron and a Wraith going to Shea. Total of 7 damage there.
Okay.
They both have menace. One's a 4/4, one's a 3/3.
I don't want my stuff to die, but I also don't want to take 7 damage. Seems bad.
There's the rub, as they say. I will not block.
I will not block.
All right, so 7 points. Sorry, I had to get me a Sauron trigger to get that agent, but if I sent it over there, it was just gonna, 6 mana. Coveted Jewel. I will draw 3 cards.
Nice.
All right, I will move to my end step. The Agent of Treachery is exiled, and it is your turn, Blake.
Whew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gonna untap some things. Oh, actually, the end of your turn, I get 3/1/1
That's right.
white human soldiers. Before I actually go to my untap step, I will draw a card with my 3 human soldiers using Skystrike Officer. Now I will untap, upkeep, and draw. We're gonna go 5 for the reason I wanted some soldier tokens. I'm gonna play an OG classic favorite of mine. I'm gonna play Catapult Master.
What?
Tap 5 untapped soldiers I control to exile target creature.
What?
Oh my god, that is a card.
What?
Yes.
I will then spend 3 to cast another OG favorite of mine, Preeminent Captain. It's a 2/2 first strike. Whenever it attacks, I may put a soldier creature card from my hand on the battlefield tapped and attack it.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to combat. Then
What's up?
decided to attack you for 2 in the air because I promised CGB I wouldn't attack him.
Okay, I will look in the air with Gimli and the Wood Elves and just take 2.
You could throw your bird in there, but that will make me a 1/1 soldier on attack. All right, now after those 2 biggies, I'm gonna pass the turn. Oh, actually, I apologize real quick. I have a Faramir trigger, which is going to target Shea.
If you like Shea, I also have attacker's remorse. And I am, I'm a fair player. All right? And I know I have this jewel. If you want to, you can send that Battle Angels over here. I'll
Yeah.
block it.
You will block it?
I would love to have that attacking everybody. I'm an agent of chaos, you see.
Cool. Okay. Tapping 1. For Titan's Strength,
Okay.
target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. I will target Shadowfax. And then that's going to trigger Gandalf.
Yep.
Then I will scry 1
And scry 1 again.
and scry 1
You
again
like?
from the Titan Strength. Yeah, I will. Okay, then I will pay 2 to cast Shelter, targeting Gandalf to give him pro-white.
Gandalf
Okey-dokey.
trigger.
Gandalf trigger. Then I might as well cast the Expedite.
Yes.
Nice.
I guess we'll target Gandalf to give him haste, and I will draw a card, and that's also going to be a Gandalf trigger here.
Scry then draw.
Oh yeah, scry then draw. Yes, I shall draw that card. Okay, then I'm gonna move to combat, and I'm gonna send Feather Redeem to Ben, Battle Angels of Tyr to CGB, Shadowfax to Blake, and Gandalf White Rider to Blake.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What?
I like
Okay.
it.
Oh, and he has vigilance.
Let's ride. All right, triggers.
Yep, alright, so triggers here. I've got the attack trigger from Shadowfax. It's gonna be a Kelith Sunmane Familiar. Whenever a commander you control attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it.
And who's that attacking?
Great question. CGB?
Well, technically,
I
it
know.
wasn't attacking. It entered
That
the
is
battlefield
true.
attacking.
She didn't attack you with it.
Okay. Is that cool? Do you emotionally feel okay with that? Okay. Okay, cool.
Emotionally.
Okay, and then I also have the myriad triggers. So then there's going to be a copy of the Battle Angels of Tyr that goes to Ben and Blake.
All right, 2 blocks. Ben.
I'll block Feather with my nice swan songbird.
I will declare no blocks and put this sweet coveted jewel trigger on the stack. I'm going to tap it and I'm going to float 3 black mana. All right, since Blake can't block, we're going to move to the jewel trigger. So you gain control of coveted jewel, which means you draw 3 cards. So with the draw 3 trigger on the stack, and you can also respond to that if you like, Blake.
No, that's fine.
All right, how much does Ben take?
4, I believe, because I blocked Feather.
But what was the other thing that attacked you? The battle angel?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's 4 points.
All right, I'll take 4, and my swan will die.
I will take not 4, it's more than that because of the spells, right? From your original battle angel. So that is 7 from the battle angel and then another 1 from the familiar. So I will take 8.
Which you could totally block with your Bellatrix.
This Strix goes with me to the grave.
Did you call it Bellatrix?
This Bellatrix right here.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, is that all the damage?
Well,
No,
Blake's
it's
got to
gonna be
take
19.
his.
I will block your Gandalf with just one of my colorless soldiers.
All right, so how much combat damage?
So the Shadowfax has the +3 and the Titan's strength, so that is a total power of 10. And then we've got the myriad copy, which is 4. So that'll be 14 damage.
All right, I will take 14.
You'll also take 1 more from Gimli, still out here counting, trying to catch up.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, so the myriad copies go away.
There's the trigger for the myriad hit.
Right.
So let's read that card again.
There's so much on that card. Combat damage to a player. Draw a card if that player has more cards in hand than each other player.
I've got 6 and it hit me,
5.
so that's a card draw. How many cards do you have, Shay?
I have 5.
Okay, so yeah, that is a card draw. What else?
Then create a treasure token if that player controls more lands than each other player.
I do.
Okay, then gain 3 life if that player has more life than each other player.
CGB had it all.
I have it all.
That's hilarious.
Let's not tell anybody, though. I like flying under the radar.
Okay, sweet. So I will draw a card. I've made the treasure, and then I will gain 3 life. Okay, I think I am just gonna move to my end step. Okay, so then these counters are gonna go away. Myriad guys are gone. And then on my end step, these will all go back to my hand.
Before you finish discarding, I do get 3 more soldiers from Faramir, so I have 6 now of the 1/1 white humans.
All right, and I'm going to get rid of an Expedite and a Sokenzan for my discards. Okay, over to you, Ben.
All right, I'll untap. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing that Hydra at CGB.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
All right, double your stuff.
We'll go to 44.
44.
counters. Here's a 120. Here's another 20. And a 4.
Yep. Yep.
Trample.
Trample?
Trample.
Trample?
Yeah, trample.
Your call.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
All right, brother.
It's your call.
I've thought long and hard,
Yeah?
and I think it's time for there to only be one brother now.
Oh.
2 brothers down to 1 brother.
Bro trail.
You're not gonna save me.
Nice.
You're my Viridian long bro, but nope, I don't think so.
I block with the baleful Strix. It's time. It is definitely time.
Dude, what a way for the Strix to go.
Shay, you sure you're not gonna do anything? That coveted jewel leaves with me if I die.
Nope.
Nope. All right. And then he was gone. But that Hydra's coming with me.
That's such a sick. Honestly, the best story of this game was the Strix.
Seriously,
Like,
yeah.
it had highs, it had lows.
There we go. Enjoy, guys. Godspeed. Me and my Strix are going home.
Okay, post combat, I'll tap a soul ring for a Gruul signet. May as well just equip this Viridian Longbrow to the Wood Elves. And I'll pass to you, Blake.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, it's time for a little bit of comeuppance.
Comeuppance?
After the rudest attack from Shea I think I've ever seen.
Wow. That's saying something,
It
too.
sure is. I'm going to tap all but one of these soldiers. I'm going to start by exiling Gandalf.
So I'll tap 2 to cast Shelter, targeting Gandalf.
All right, that's a Gandalf trigger.
It's a Gandalf trigger.
I will respond to the Gandalf trigger
Okay.
by exiling Gandalf again with the human soldier remaining and 4 others.
Yep, it happens. Okay, so he will go to the command zone.
All right. I will go to my turn after I draw a card by tapping 3 soldiers. All right, well, let's do it, shall we? I'm going to spend 3. And in my main phase, I'm going to cast Unbreakable Formation. So this is going to give all my creatures indestructible. And because it was cast in my main phase, they'll all get a +1/+1 counter. So that we're just going to have that +1/+1 be kind of for everything a little bit. And then I'm going to spend 5 for a Kindred Discovery. And I will choose Soldier.
Oh my god.
Whenever a creature I control of the chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, I draw a card.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hey, my deck.
Yeah. All right, I have my attacks. I will attack Boromir, Faramir, Mentor the Meek, Catapult Master, Sky Strike Officer, and my one of my soldiers at Shea. Everything else will go at Ben. When those attack, I will draw a billion cards.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 12, 13, 14, 15 cards. But wait, that's not a soldier.
It's 14.
14 cards.
So I will draw 14 cards. 3, 6, 9.
Well, hold on. Sky Strike Officer. Make a
Does make a
soldier draw another card.
Baby!
Wow.
It is
12.
15 cards.
15 cards.
Wow.
All right. Anything before blockers are declared, like, I don't know, exiling all
Yeah,
their
I'm
creatures?
going to exile all their creatures using Catapult Master because they have Vigilance, so I can still tap them to exile creatures. I'm going to exile 10 to exile Gimli and Magus of the Wheel. And
Miss
then I
me
will,
yet?
and then I will exile 5 more to get rid of your other creature, Lauren. Shea. Mm-hmm. So there's 2 exile triggers. Or 3. Those 2 on Shea's and yours on Gimli.
Yeah, before Lauren is exiled, I'm gonna tap her. Ben, let's draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck. This is sick.
No, I mean, it's a cool card. It doesn't help now, though.
Okay.
All right, and that should be lethal.
In response, I'll deal 1 damage to you, Blake.
I know.
I actually do have a response.
Okay.
Oh. What?
Is it a Boros charm?
No way.
She does have 2 mana.
It is. He is at 4
Practice.
life.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh, my
sick.
God.
Not a Boros charm, but a Dawn charm.
What's that do?
So I
My
get to choose
God.
one, and I'm gonna choose prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, your hand is a million. You gotta. You're a blue mage, Blake.
I know. And I got nothing. Yeah.
Wow.
White
That
fog?
was sick, Shea.
A white
Oh,
fog. Wow.
I did not put her on fog.
Oh my god. So,
What?
so no damage is dealt? Well, Blake, anything in your second main?
Nope.
So discard to hand size?
Thanks, CGB.
Just keeping the game moving.
Wow.
Alrighty, I'm gonna discard a bunch of things, including Halo Fountain.
All right, Faramir trigger.
Yep. Shea, choose you. Shea, I'm targeting you with my Faramir trigger.
I've untapped. I shall draw. Tapping 4 for a Loyal Unicorn.
Jeez.
So it's a 3/4 with Vigilance, and then it has Lieutenant. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control your commander, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. Other creatures you control gain Vigilance until end of turn. I'm gonna pay 1 for Titan Strength. I'm gonna target Shadowfax to give it +3/+1 till end of turn.
Okay.
And I'll scry 1. to the bottom. Titan Strength will get exiled because of the Feather ability. Okay, then I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to send Feather the Redeemed and Battle Angels of Tyr to Blake. And then I'm going to send everything else to Ben. But on attack, I have Shadowfax trigger. I'm going to put in Bruise Tarl, a boorish herder. So when he enters the battlefield or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn.
Nice.
So I'm going to target Shadowfax with that.
Okay. So he enters tapped and attacking. Who is he attacking?
He's going to attack Ben.
Okay. You also get a familiar trigger, so you get a +1/+1 counter on Shadowfax.
And then I've also got a Myriad trigger
Yep.
happening.
Make a tapped copy attacking Ben.
Ben. Yep.
Okay. All right, boys.
Ben?
I'm gonna scry too.
Yeah?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna bottom those.
No, bottom, double bottom.
I can't even scry 2, so no block.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here.
GG Shea.
Wow.
That was so sick.
Wow. Jeez.
Good game.
Thank you.
Wow. Shadowfax rides to victory.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. We'll be right back with our
Cool
coolstuffing.com card of the game.
Yay.
And we're back with the worst, the coolstuffing.com card of the game. I'm gonna go first this time. So I thought this was a little scary, the Brash Taunter. Pretty scary card when you see it out, especially when you play Colonian Hydra after it. And then you think you're good. You're about to fight your own creature to kill people. And you thought you were good with a Fierce Guardianship protecting you.
Yeah.
But apparently a bird will stop you. So, yeah, I thought I had that.
So your card
But-
of the game is my swan song?
Yeah, I guess so. It's the little bird that's supposed to be a 2/2. But
Nice.
yeah.
Wow.
CGB, what's your worst
Well,
possible?
it's not my worst
Your
possible.
your
'cause that's what we do at the
coolstuffing.com
beginning.
card of the game.
Yeah, my card of the game is also a bird.
Nice.
Baleful Strix.
Dude.
I didn't pick a bird.
Yeah,
Dude.
so I streamed my deck build for this week for this game. It's the first time I've streamed it. I was on Twitch, and I joked with my chat. I was just telling them I want like 2 mana, like little creature dorks that dissuade other people from attacking. And I'm like, just play them. You'll be amazed. It can gain you like 5, 10, sometimes like 15 life over the course of the game. And I point out that Baleful Strix is like the low-key, like best card in Dimir, and people were laughing at me.
Yeah.
They were laughing.
Who's laughing now, chat?
How much life did this gain?
Yeah.
More than 20.
How many times would I have been attacked from turn 1 Sarah Ascendant
For
on?
real. Yeah.
I think this gained me like 50 life and I still didn't win. But that's what's like being the one investor one. I get targeted. It happens. All right, Blake.
Mine was Catapult Master. This was Blake's timmiest card growing up. I probably activated it 3 times in my horrible soldier deck I made growing up. This really was a full circle moment, and young Blake is pleased with current Blake, and all is right with the world. So thank you, Catapult Master. There is no I in team, but there's a we in weapon.
Shay, what's your worst possible? Oh my gosh. What is your coolstuffing.com card of the game winner?
Promo code WORST.
Promo code
Promo
worst.
code worst.
Yes.
Yes, my card of the game is Shadowfax. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical about Shadowfax's powers, but it was awesome this game. And what made it even cooler was the Trailblazers boots, because I was just able to swing out every time, maximizing that attack trigger, and it worked out very well.
Yeah, it's important to remember, yeah.
Also the Dawn Charm.
Yeah. It's important to remember that these aren't actually partners, and we rule zeroed it in because we thought they were cool partner pairs. When looking for partners that could go together, I was having a hard time like finding a good pair that felt very Shea, but the Gandalf's ability to like spell pump the Shadow.
Yeah, no,
and
that
I
was so
like,
sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That should be partners.
Yes.
That should be partners.
It worked out
I
great.
thought it was great.
It worked out great.
Okay. That's the best thing you can do is wait till the end. Promo code WORST at coolstuffing.com. We'll see you next time.
You're cool.